Yo, I am back. I am back. And I got another message just to share with y'all. Now, y'all are seeing two things on my board right now: doubt and faith. And with how I'm messaging this, some of y'all either have people in your life who have doubted you or have had faith in you. But what I want to say about both of these is that they're both belief. Either somebody's believing in you or somebody isn't believing in you. A lack thereof belief, which is doubt. Maybe it's teachers that have doubted you, friends, parents, coworkers that stopped you, which you're really just stopping yourself. But what does that have to do with the devil? Where does the devil, why are we going to the extreme of, hold on. Get that little thing on my board. Why are we going to the extreme and talk about doubt the devil, not God? And I'm just going to hop straight into it. I don't need to, So both doubt and faith are belief. All right. Like I said, if somebody believes in you or doesn't believe in you. Now, a lot of people see doubt as a negative thing, when in reality, it's really whatever you make it to be. If you say you're driving a car and you doubt that you are going to get hit by a car, is that a bad thing or a good thing? Well, hopefully you said a good thing. That is a good thing, to doubt that you'll get hit by a car. It's an either or thing. Same thing with faith on this side, where you have faith that you will not get hit by a car. Amazing. It's great. So I just want to clear that up real quick before we continue getting it. People like to see faith as, or doubt as, the most ridiculous, horrible thing in the world, when you can use it to your advantage. Anything that somebody has doubted you, whether it's somebody telling you that you can't do something, you can use that as an advantage. Not for that person, but if somebody's telling you can't do something, use that doubt and be like, well, even though you're doubting me, I'm going to do it anyways. Because doubt is just something, if it's coming from somebody, hold on, I'm putting the mic away from me, my bad. If it's coming from somebody else, and you as a person who is created in the image of God, that means somebody else that is not you and that did not give you your purpose or instruction in your life is trying to come and sow a seed of unbelief in your life about you. So when they're doubting you, or if you're doubting you, then you're really doubting the creation of God. You're doubting God. If you doubt yourself, you're doubting God. If you let the doubt of other people stop you from doing what you're doing, then you're letting people stop the creation of God from moving in forth of what needs to be brought forward. Okay. Now, for me, this has happened in many and multiple senses. I'll start right here. Like, before I stepped out in the process of being a YouTuber, doing dance, starting with my fitness, like it could span out to anything, but I'll give a quick summary about each of these. What's common is that you're a beginner, and it's not even, usually it's the most people who have the most to say aren't people who are like in the position you want to be in. So that's first things first. But when I was starting out on all these endeavors, a lot of endeavors, there's always opposition, where it's internal opposition and then there's external opposition. Both, but doubt and faith is both an internal thing, because you can't see your belief. So either or, whether you say you can or can't do something, you made it up. But yeah, once I started seeing results in all these things, obviously, like I've seen results in fitness, I felt good about myself. YouTube success. I'm pretty well versed in music, and I'm like, okay, I'm doing pretty good. I'm making comfortable money. But this verse right here, Psalm 23:4, where it says, Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff comfort me. I've always heard of that verse, but I never thought I was going to be walking through it. But it's just like when you're going from transitioning to one place to another, whether like me when I was skinny to going into shape, and like any endeavor, I was just like, yeah, this is going to be easy because I want that. I want that desired body. I want that kind of success for me. But between the appointing, like the appointment is like what you receive, and the anointing, which is like what you get before, like your ambition. So we're going to say it in that way, ambition to achieve, and the appointment is the achievement fulfilled. There is something in between that most people like to skip over because it's so hard or it's too expensive. And that is the season of disappointing. And that is what Psalm 23:4, when it's talking about the valley and the shadows and walking through it, you know, God is there and comforting, because like I've always started my process and my journey out with that in mind. When I'm pursuing, when I'm achieving, the thanks goes to God. And when it's time to elevate, then yeah, it's time to go through a season of disappointing because things don't work out. You hit your head on your inability to do the things that you desire to do. Like when I'm doing calisthenics, that's my new thing. Yeah, I almost broke my freaking neck trying to do a freaking handstand. That was last night. My goodness, it was so freaking scary. But yeah, my mom always tells me like a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And it always sounds good on paper when you're in Mount just enough, when your numbers are doing well, when the audience, when you're getting praise, but never in the valley. Like the actual doing of putting yourself in another field that you're unfamiliar with. It's painful. Getting these muscles was painful. I can't show y'all my legs. I jump. Nope. Still can't see it. But it was painful. I've slept before and I've woke up and the back of my legs have cramped up before, but I have some meaty legs because of my perseverance and persistence in doing the task. But yeah, it always sounds good that way. And most people do not pay that price. Most people do not carry forward. In fact, they just sit in doubt and scornfulness and then try and put that belief into others that try and pursue because it's too expensive. But not expensive in the way that you might think, because I don't mean money. There's no gift, there's no amount of money that could ever appease God. That's not the kind of sacrifice that he requires. And that's not the kind of sacrifice that he gave when he sent down Jesus just to die for us. So in death, we are given life through Christ. But that's a little later. But yeah, it's not money. And I know it's not money for sure, because a lot of people have money and don't have the mindset to transform. So if it's not money, what is it? Well, I'll tell you right after this, okay? When I deal with people online, because I create content online, I display my body and I dance and I have a certain way to move. It attracts attention. And it also attracts people that aren't having the best intention. There we go. That's the way I can phrase it. I want to say this in a very nice way. People misdirected and confuse people with not good intentions, trying to commoditize and get the right before the righteous, or dim the light before the righteous gets the right. And what is that? They want transaction over transformation. So you can see where I'm getting at, what the price is. It's not a transaction. It's a renewal. It's you. You're the price. Which I could have wrote that down, but honestly, I like this. Yeah, I'm going to just write it like this. The price. You. The price is you. Which is why, and I bring this up so importantly, because the misdirected, confused people try to commoditize me as a temple. My body's a temple, and I already know that from scripture. Your body's a temple of God, and you're supposed to offer your body up as a living sacrifice to fulfill God's purpose in your life for the people. But other people that see the light and want to dim the light before the righteous get the right have came into my DMs trying to see if I sell my body, sell content, do OnlyFans, do private access, saying money isn't a thing, offering up $1,000. But I've always stood in the mindset of Christ, because there's always a polarity. So it's like, if you're operating in faith in the one who's faithful, then you can already discern on who is acting nonsensical and how to shut it down real quick. And I offer what I do and how I can actually help them, rather than them acting like an idiot. But you can't change somebody that isn't trying to change. And that's especially going for people who doubt in God and have faith in the devil and have faith in what they can see. You actually can see a less than 99.999% of reality. Okay? But most people are blind because they'd rather have faith in the less than 1%. Most people, that's what most people would do. You know, it's pretty slanted, but most people operate there. They worry from there. They see everything going on in the world, knowing dang well that they're living comfortably or chilling and not doing nothing about it. Knowing, like, all they'll really do is watch the negative news, watch social media, get into a mind swirl, be influenced, rather than being an influence in somebody else's life or their own life, because the price is too expensive. The price being you requires you, like everything that you stood for, everything that you believed was true about you, or what the world says about you, or how you move and the way that you operate, it has to get cut off. You have to make a decision, decide is to cut off from every other thing that you thought and what you believed, and tap into real faith, now faith in God, in what you can't see. And most people don't operate that way. And that's why most people can never put in the transformation. I have a lot of people that try to apply for my applications or send in applications trying to work with me, but never actually, I don't accept them or they don't follow through. Once I show them, yo, this is not like some kiddie game. If you don't show your qualifications, if I don't see that you're qualified, I'm not working with you. I can tell. Because I can tell when somebody is saying, oh, I want this, but I don't know, the money. But then they'll turn around and be like, okay, let me give you $1,000. And if you can do something that you're comfortable with, it's never money. It's always the mindset. So, speaking of mindsets, there's also the sow a deed for a seed culture. A lot of people have faith in the money they put down. Some people give, thinking that they'll be rewarded for that. As long as they're being a blessing to somebody else's life, then God is seeing that. So, that's wrong. Whether you do or don't, it still doesn't appease God, and God is no respecter of a man. But and it's good to be good, though. It's good to be good, but that kind of intention, it doesn't go far. Now let me see, because I'm pretty sure. Oh. And who am I speaking of when I'm talking about this? It could be you, but more importantly, talking about this guy. But yeah, I have my keynotes of what I want to touch on, because I just have so much racing on my mind that some structure is required just to get this quality of the video that I'd like for y'all just to get the point that I'm trying to get to. Okay? So here we go. Remember how I'm saying there's always polarities? Human nature, sinful nature, godly nature or God's nature, human's nature. This is just always different kind of entities, anyways. Tree of life, and we're gonna just do verse knowledge. I don't know if I spelled that right. I don't care. Anyways, tree of life versus the tree of knowledge. Where we have life and we have it in full and you can eat freely from it and have abundance. But most people get tempted to fall into the religion of atheism, but you can't even say you're an atheist without saying, well, if you say I am atheist and God is the I am of every I am that ever exists, you're just saying who God is before you even say who you are. But most people fall into the idea of trying to, let's see, be God. Or not even just be God. Because it's not only that. But the fact that and we're going to say be like God, because they lack it's all rooted in lack. Focus, it's all rooted in focusing on the lack that you don't have. So if Satan could get you just to doubt God, but you're really just doubting him and believing in Satan, you're really just opening your focus on the one thing that you don't have versus everything: food, provision, life, music, love, joy, sleep. I know some of y'all like sleep. I'll put that in both for some of y'all. I should have put food in both for y'all, because some of y'all just be eaters. Okay? Nah. But for a very long time, like I said, talking about myself, for a very long time, with me wrestling with God in every area of my life, because it's not just about fitness or it's not just about creating content, I've tried to handle God's part in my life. I've tried to dictate on where the numbers come from, where the money comes in, and whole time it's already for me. But I'm stubborn. I like to take the scenic route. That's what I'll call it. Just a scenic route. And I'm just changing my focus to what I lack. I don't have enough viewers. My body isn't big enough. I don't have enough relationships in my life. I don't have enough friendships, girls, my body count, partying, experiences. I just need to know. I just need to itch that thirst instead of already resting in. Ooh, I keep putting this mic away from me. Resting in what's already for me. That's just a quick little thing. So it's like I'm already doubting myself, and a lot of times I hold myself back when I don't just operate in what's eating from everything and freely from it. But the tactic of Satan with the tree of knowledge and the power that he took from Adam, because the power that he gives to the world is just power stolen, is from John 10:10, KJV, the thief cometh not but to steal, kill, and destroy. So like I was saying, if Satan can't get you to, if Satan can get you to believe in him, which is where that faith, both of it is belief. If you could believe in Satan, you're doubting God. It's as simple as that. So, ask yourself, who do you believe in more? I'm not saying just to believe in either or God or Satan as the tooth fairy. I'm just saying, look at your life and look at your situation. What are you feeding more? Your doubt? Or, they're both the same. Doubt, belief, faith. Which belief are you feeding into? And just look at the fruits of your life and you'll see. I don't even need to tell you. I'm not here just to bash you, but let's keep moving forward. I got a demonstration, y'all. Do not bake my drawing, my writing, because this is a very vulnerable moment. I've always practiced art, and honestly, I feel like, Y'all are gonna be wide away. So just close your eyes and get ready to be. Nah, okay, hold on. Let's hurry this up. Because the demonstration I want to use right now is a car, and we gonna really get to y'all why. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yes, sir. Oh my gosh, I'm so good. Don't even ask me what this is. Y'all know what this is. Do not say a dinosaur. Come on now. Y'all gotta lock in, man. We can't be just calling my car a dinosaur. Y'all know very well this is a G4 Maserati Mustang, whatever, the third and the fourth. Y'all can't see the other two wheels because it's a two-wheeler. Yeah. Low rider moves a little slower. Alright. I can't draw the steering wheel because it's just so cool and it's secluded. So I'm gonna draw the steering wheel up here. How the freak do you draw a steering wheel? Alright, so give me 1 second. We'll explain this after I'm done. I know. Y'all about to be wide away. All right, cool. We ready? We are. I want y'all just to view yourselves as a car. That's right. That's a guy driving a car, and that's a door. So don't even tell me otherwise. I know what I just drew for y'all, and no, it's not. That's not the point. So, view yourself as a car, and ask yourself, what does a car need? Okay, a car needs just to run and function. It needs engine, and it also needs fuel, and it needs a bunch of stuff, and it's very complicated. Okay, but it's an automobile. All I know is when I get in an automobile, it's time for me just to put my foot on the gas pedal, and when I turn my key, I expect it just to move. Just like when you open your eyes and you wake up, you expect your body just to obey everything that you do. Right? Your steering wheel is like your mind, because you know how to move your body, but you can't actually move your body. Whoa. Like, your mind knows exactly what needs to move. Your mind knows if there's a cramp and that needs to be broken, or, like, okay, but none of that can move. Your mind can't even move if your engine isn't running. Okay, so that's the heart of the car, just like your heart. It's like your body. Okay, not the whole car is you. But how can the car even work without the important factor of gas or fuel? Right? That's like, for us, it's energy. We need energy. That's why we rest. But for a car, you put gas in the tank. Okay? But not only is it gas that's circulating, but there's like a bunch of other car stuff that I don't know. Why do you think I didn't even draw an actual car? Okay, I don't actually know cars. But there's a bunch of stuff that circulates in the car that helps the whole functioning. Okay? Fuel and what keeps it running. And that's like the inputs. If you're putting bad inputs, the output of the car, or if you're not maintaining it, then your car's gonna break. That's kind of what happened to my old car. I wasn't maintaining it right, and popped the freaking engine. The engine of the car freaking popped. My heart popped too. It hurt. That was a hard time. But same thing with your mind, your steering wheel that helps you, and your heart, because what's created first is not your mind, it's your heart. The heart is the first thing that's created. What you fuel in determines the quality of your car, your vehicle. And you need your vehicle just to achieve things in your life. And you won't be achieving nothing if your car ain't doing nothing. Real talk. Now I have a verse. Let me make sure that is going. Oh, yes. Okay. So Proverbs 4:23, keep thy heart with all diligence, which is care and very much so important, for out of it are all the issues of life. Like said, the engine. You don't want a bad engine. You don't. That's why a lot of these used cars with bad engines, to all my car folks that know about engines and car stuff, you know how important an engine is. If you see somebody engine that's cooked, you like, oh, sorry, buddy, that car's not going to be driving anytime soon. Better start saving up for a new one. Real talk. Real talk. Next up, the other one that I want to, the other verse is how everything you consume affects your life's trajectory, which is what I was already talking about. But it's Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Right? If you love your body and your life, you're going to choose life. Life and death come out the power of the tongue. Take the car thing aside and let's focus it back to you. Are you speaking words of life in your life or death in your life? Some people just be like, I hate my life. How could you say such a thing? That's insane. No, that's already a death kind of thing too, because life and death flows out. And I mean, if you're already a hater of your life and you're hearing me speak life to you to say, hey, I love my life, or hey, I like a lot of money, or instead of being like, the world's so unfair and scarce and the resources and the economy, which I'm about to make a video about that, the economy versus God's economy, like you choose which one you tune into. But yeah, you're not going to go much farther. Like say, we're going to go back to the car. Say that you're driving your car and you're like, oh, I hate this car. I hate this car so much. Oh, I hate this car. Oh, I just can't stand it. Your car gonna hate you. Just watch how a circumstance come up where something pop, something break, something loose. You get a ticket. You just speaking death kind of frequencies in your life. And shoo, my car is so hard, man. I know y'all see the car, bruh. I'm so freaking goated at. I know, you don't gotta tell me I'm goated at drawing. I know. Okay? So, y'all might be hearing this and y'all might be telling me like, okay, cool, Uzoma, that's nice. I'm not really picking up, but there are real life issues, and what's the point of having faith in God or not doubting God? Why not doubt God? Look at everything that goes on in the world. Just all these things, wars, slavery, trades, injustice. Very great points. And I don't even want to jump straight to scripture, which I do have scripture that I'm going to read to y'all. Very, very great points. And I'm going to say the most clear answer to calm your spirit. I can't tell you. I cannot tell you about all the problems in the world and tell you how it is serving God's higher purpose and for his glory to put it into us. All I know is that for us and to help the world, you can't help the world until you help yourself. So what's the point of ruminating over all these issues while you're struggling and you're giving into, you'd rather let the devil steal, kill, and destroy you rather than look at Christ and as he gives life in full. I can't tell you how a car works. I didn't even draw a car. I drew a Lambo. Because I'm just a visionary. I know it's a Lambo. But, like I said, y'all, I think of too much stuff. Just so much stuff. I'll be flowing better way sooner. But this one I really want to make sure that, that I have my mind flowing correctly. So, my next point is changing the way that you address life. Because once you change the way you show up for life, life will change the way that it shows up for you. I started I fell into that trap too, just ruminating on the downfall of everything. It's just where you're hopeless apprehension, and just looking at the news, looking at what's going on, being immersed, wishing you were in a different position, until I started speaking life over myself. I acknowledge what's going on, and then I pour back into myself, into my inner world, into what I can't see. I put my trust in the one who has already been trusted by many, who is faithful. Excuse me. And I just changed the way that I talk about things, because what the heck would worrying do? Ask yourself how much worry has produced good in your life. Yes? Anything? No, probably not, because worrying doesn't add a single moment to your life. It just takes away the energy that God gave you to change your life. Because most people walk around talking about their life issue and their life problems like they're a psych patient. Oh my gosh, we got no money. Oh my gosh, the economy's failing. Oh my gosh, it's just the worst thing in the world. And I don't know. You got your own thing. You got your own stigma. You got your own stick or whatever. But how you need to shift from operating in this world and operate in the 99% and acknowledge it and give it onto the one who has already gotten the solution and will give it to you, and will give you that, has already given you the energy, because everything in life is energy. You're letting what's going on stir your emotions up, which is in turn your energy. You're giving energy to situations that you can't do anything about, and that will continue. Like, say for example, Diddy being free. I saw that and I used to be invested in it, not really, but kinda. I was like, oh yeah, Diddy, baby oil, haha, oh my gosh, Diddy. And then I stopped following it for months while everybody's always covering it. Everybody's always talking about it because everybody thinks that they need to. But I didn't follow it for months. And then I started hearing around, actually, I didn't really see it. After I heard it, then I saw it, which is just kind of how things work. I started seeing around that Diddy was free or whatever. But I don't know Diddy. You don't know Diddy either. Diddy this, Diddy that, Diddy bam bam. You don't know Diddy. We don't know, like, what does Diddy have to do with your light bill? What does Diddy have to do with your ability to provide for the ones that you love? Nothing. You need to create a solution in your life rather than focusing on the problems of other people's lives, which then creates a problem in your life because you're not being aware towards your life. Same thing with casting out poor communication, because poor company or poor mannerisms or whatever corrupts good communications. When I hear like old friends I used to hang around, they're like, oh, we're just broken, confused college students, and we're just figuring out life and doing, I don't know. My mind filters that out. I'm like, who is we? That, oh, we speak in French now was exactly what I be thinking, because you're not talking about, not my car. Not inside my car, get out. You gotta start being strict. You gotta start kicking people out of your car. I just freaking muted the mic. But like I said, you are the solution to, you are capable of being the solution to what's going on in your life and the life of those around you. But it's not just any you. Like I said, the price, which I want to write this out. It's okay. It's okay. I have to erase my car. Goodbye, car. You were very nice. Yes, you were amazing. I know. Well, you'll be missed. Don't forget about my car, y'all. He was amazing. Okay, I actually forgot the color of the car I actually wrote. My bad. Okay, so the price is you. But right now, you are not operating in the best version of you, which there is the worldly you. Oh, wait, hold on. Low-key, I didn't have this mic in my hand, and it might have sounded muffled. So I'm going to say it one more time. The price is you, but right now you're operating in the sense of the worldly you and not the spirit-filled you. Okay, because very simply, you're put here to be fruitful, create things, because it's your nature to be creative and you've been made in the image of God, which God, the first thing that he says about himself is that he's creative. So you've been put here just to create things, be fruitful, do multiply. So have multiplication in your life in all areas: money, people, relationships, solutions, and problems. Because from problems, it just reveals the God essence in you. It's not meant to destroy you unless you let it destroy it by operating in the worldly sense. But like I said, it's two options. And most people, 99% of people, always choose what's in front of them. So yeah, when people talk about the 1%, just think of it this way. You can only see less than 1% of reality. You can't really see. So whether you're doubting or believing, it's in your brain. And now faith, being the substance of all things that are hoped for, and evidence that are things that are not seen, you got to stop having faith in your circumstance. My bad. I meant to say stop, negative faith, because negative faith is just doubt. Stop believing in the circumstance and start standing in the substance of truth. The truth of you being made in the image of God to create, to be fruitful, to multiply, and to have dominion. Half the work's already done for you. You just need to step into the identity that Christ offers. Because most people think you got to give your life to Christ. I hear that all the time. But how could you give your life to Christ when Christ died on the cross for you and gave his life for you? So all you do is accept it. And once you accept your new reality, that's when things start clicking and you start having discernment and you start doing. Okay, I don't got something else. But nah, you just start operating better. Overall, start operating better. I just want to see if there's any other verses that I want to. Let's see. Oh, yes. Perfect verse. That's a perfect verse. Okay, so two things about you being the solution. Luke 10, KJV. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy. And nothing shall by any means hurt you. So like I said, you have the power. God gives you the power to create wealth. You're not going to sit on your hands and be like, yeah, God, please make me rich, and you're going to be rich. No, you got to do your part. God's going to do his part. And through chance and opportunity, or preparation and opportunity, which the world calls luck, but like I said, the opportunity that presents itself for all the work that you're prepared to do, you have the power just to receive it and attain it. So the other verse that I want to get us through, I think this is the one I'm closing up with, is, oh no, there's one more thing. One more important thing that I have to touch on. But 2 Corinthians 5:8, KJV, we are confident, I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body, present from the Lord. Present with the Lord. Okay? Absent from the body. This is body. This is the 99% that you can see or can't see. Okay, this is just getting sloppy. But anyways, 99% that you can't see but you need to forget everything that you've literally been doing. Start being absent from the body and be present with the Lord. Present here. You have something in you that is calling you just to do something more. I'm not saying get on the camera and start creating content, like showing up better in your everyday life, your day-to-day, the way that you speak life to yourself, maybe joining starting a fitness journey for yourself. Change the way that you're eating. Don't eat the way the world tells you to eat. Eat to live. Because why? If you don't eat to live, or just live in general, guess what happens? Oh my gosh, y'all, this is the craziest thing of what happens when you don't eat to live, or you don't feed your mind the right food or the substance of truth. What could it be? do I need to check my notes? This one's really skipping my mind. Got it. Ta-da! You die. Guess what? Rich, poor. No, well, I didn't even write die, right? You die. Death. Death. Okay, we're all gonna die. Maybe I need to look at the camera and let y'all know. You, buddy, you're gonna die. And some people even use that and they're like, what's the point of achieving anything meaningful if we're just all gonna lose it all in the end? I'm gonna let you stay in the same situation that you're in and maybe deal with it by the time death comes knocking at your door. Because whether you decide just to create better or you don't, death comes to all. But while you're here, you might as well create something that is worth looking back at, or also enhancing the life of others while enhancing the life of your own. Most people do not hop in the mindset of the spirit because they think they're going to live forever. They think everything that is will always be. But time passes. People from back then expire. We are human bodies. We are dying daily. In fact, what's the scripture that says this? It's not even on here. But I've already talked about Genesis 1:8 was the God said unto God, when God blessed man, God said unto men, be fruitful, do multiply, and replenish the earth and subdue it and have dominion. That's your purpose while you're here. But I was saying that when we pass away, that our bodies are daily wasting away, but we pursue in Christ and we're renewed in Christ, and then we have our reward. We have our reward. And I mean, I was always chasing the reward, but then I learned that the pursuit isn't the point. The process is. The process is always the point, and always becoming into your new identity will always be the point. And that's what I've discovered even in these new sense of videos that I create. I love sharing information, but it's new to me. I have things that will assist me because I'm not looking to be cool. I'm not looking to be this most memorized person. I know what I've been through over these last 6 years, and even before that, the last 10, with fighting against doubting the devil. Well, not fighting against, because I need to doubt the devil, because I've been doubting God, because I've been doubting myself and my word and my message and just the things that I like to create, or receiving doubt from others. So from there, I'm doubting God because I'm doubting what was created in God, and I need to stop doing that, just like you need to stop doing that. So that's all I have to say. Live. You know, why would you say, what's the point of living if we're just going to die, but you decide just to still live anyways? So while you're alive, be fruitful, multiply, subdue the earth, control it. It's important to have control in a world that does not control themselves. Set blockers, set things in motion that will keep things from corrupting your mannerisms, because evil communications corrupt goods. Can't freaking talk. Evil communications corrupt good manners, and you don't got time for that. Time is more valuable than money. Life is more valuable than money. Not people, because people are still alive. But I was going to say life is more valuable than death, but I mean, the death of yourself, the self that has been leading the wheel, that person needs to die. So you don't even have to wait till you die. You can die today. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, that's all I have to say. Peace. Ow, 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 ow!